My name is Father Eric Tosi. I'm now currently the rector of St. Gregory, the Theologian Orthodox Church in Wappinger Falls. I am also the former secretary of the Orthodox Church in America, a professor of pastoral theology at St. Vladimir Seminary, and former director of the Department of Evangelism for the Orthodox Church in America. And it is in that vein I would like to speak about my beloved friend, Father John Matusiak. Father John and I first met through our work and common interest in evangelism and mission in the Orthodox Church. Father John was one of the trailblazers in the early days of the OCA to actually talk about this subject and to actually write about it. And when I was a mission priest in Montana, he asked me to write a series of articles, and this is how we first got to know each other. Later on, I ended up working on my doctoral dissertation. I used his parish in St. Joseph's in Wheaton as one of the examples in my doctoral dissertation. So I know Father John quite well. We talked together almost every day when he wrote articles for me and was my editor for the OCA website and the newspaper. We first formed a bond because we were part of what was called the Italic Club. That is the Italian and Slavic, half Italian, half Slavic club, and him and I both had this similar background. And we immediately connected with that and along with our common interests in so many things. And so we spoke almost daily for 12, 13, 14 years. He was a unique person. Someone who succeeded but never replaced. He had a incredible sense of humor and an incredible love for the church that transcended anything that he did. He will be sorely missed and is sorely missed in all that he did. But I want to talk about one specific thing because I used to bring him in as speakers to different conferences and different lectures and things of that nature. And there's one specific thing I want to talk about that he talked and how it led to such a leading sort of way of thinking, and one in which I impart to my students even to today. And that was his comment that he used to tell priests and seminarians and leaders. And that is, we have to ask ourselves daily, what does God want us to do right here, right now, with these people he entrusted us with? And that really marks his whole pastoral life. He was constantly looking, what does God want me to do right now, right here, where he placed me with these people? And because of that, he was an incredible example of not only keeping the faith of the orthodoxy, but also adjusting it to the different contexts in which he found himself throughout his entire priesthood. And when we think about this and when we have to look back and say, okay, what legacy do you have? Not the drawings, which everyone knows, and certainly the different material that he wrote, which is useful even to today. It is that one simple statement that each and every one of us who are entrusted with pastoral leadership and pastoral care have to ask ourselves. And if I can give one sort of way to sum up in which he led and the way he presented himself, it would be in that statement. And I challenge everyone to keep that alive and keep asking ourselves, what does God want us to do right now, right here with these people? I sorely miss Father John. He was, again, a dear friend, and I use his name often in classes as I teach evangelism and pastoral care. And the many, many lessons and the many, many people that he touched across the world, literally, should always keep his memory to be eternal. When we think about characters, people, leaders in the church, and again, there were many in those early years who formulated and kind of directed the church through autocephaly and into the 21st century. Father John surely has to mark one of the greatest that we've had in the church. And may we always keep his memory to be eternal. Amen.